All right. So glad you're here. I know this is a really stressful time for a lot of people. And just before we start, I just want to kind of reframe this, that maybe this is really a time of amazing opportunity for us. And then one obvious thing is that obviously we suddenly have much more time to do things that we want to do in our lives. But even deeper than that, I think it's a time to dig a little deeper into ourselves. And if you have a sort of spiritual inkling in your life and you're ever wondering the bigger questions, this really might be the time to start to discover really who we are. And Qigong is one of those practices, there are many of them, that gives access to this. And it's an internal practice. So we're going to be moving the body, but really it's about internal movement. It's about our life force. It's about the energy. And that in turn obviously creates a balance in the physical body, balance in our emotional body, and in our mental outlook. If you're new to Qigong, the main thing is to just enjoy and take it easy. And the movements are very easy, and I'm going to really try to keep it pretty simple today so that you have the experience of the flow of qi in the body. We're going to keep the form very, very simple, and obviously listen to your body. If you have any issues and injuries, you want to take it easy. If you're feeling a little tired or maybe you're under the weather, feel free to pull in the chair, and a lot of movements can be done sitting. It's absolutely fine, and I will try to remember and mention it as we go along. So let's start. So I'm gonna just go a little bit further back so you can see my legs, and I just move this a little bit down just to make sure that we've got a little bit further. Here we go. That should work. So let's start with your feet about hip width apart, shoulder width apart, and your knees slightly bent. And just tune into your body and just notice, how does it feel right now? And you're tuning into this kind of raw sensations in the body. Maybe that just sense of warmth, cold, maybe the feeling of your heart beating, feeling of being in a particular room, connecting to the floor underneath, the walls around. And we're going to place one hand on the belly and one hand on your chest, somewhere near your heart. Doesn't matter which hand. And your eyes can be open or closed at this stage. And check that your knees are soft, a little bend in the knees. Your tailbone is releasing down. Crown of the head is gently lifting up. And then with your hands, see if you can start sensing your breath. And as you sense the breath, you tuning into the flow that's already there. So just notice that there is nothing for you to do. You don't need to create this breath. The breath is already flowing. And you're just noticing and observing, how does this breath, how does it touch my palm? Notice which hand is moving more. Is it the upper or the lower hand? And then see if you can invite your breath by relaxing the belly a little bit more towards the lower hand. A little bit more towards that hand resting on the belly. See if you can feel your belly gently expanding as you inhale. Gently releasing as you exhale. Taking a little moment just to notice the breath, just as it flows. Keeping the knees soft, your shoulders down away from the ears. And keeping the sensation on the breath moving through the body, just as it flows, just as it moves by itself, without you directing, shifting, improving, anything. Just notice the breath touching your hand. And as you notice that, allow the abdomen to relax. And notice whether you're able to just stay with that flow of the breath, or perhaps you're actually doing two things simultaneously. There is a breath flowing in the body, but part of your attention is pulled out away from this time and this space into some other time and space with your mind, moving forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. And if you notice that impulse, and see if you can very gently bring it back to your body, bring it back to your breath. Settle it down. The mind is often like an unruly puppy, always running around. You want to bring it to heel, bring it to the sensations, to the feelings in the body. How does it feel? How does it feel to inhale and exhale right now, this moment? As if the breath was the only thing that there was. Nothing else, just the breath. Filling up the whole universe, your inhalation, expanding, and your exhalation, releasing. And very slowly allow the hands to release and allow them to just hang by the hips as you slowly open their eyes and bend the knees and just shake the body, shake the body. So this can be pretty gentle. If you're feeling energetic today, you might lift the heels off the floor and just tap them up and down as you move. And you want to move the whole spine. Whole spine is moving, including your head and neck. That is moving up and down, the chin moving. Everything moves from the feet. So often when I teach this movement, people are not familiar with it. There's a lot of tension in the body, and it looks a little bit like this. So see if you can just let go of the arms, bend the legs a little bit more if the knees are happy to do that, and keep going. We're going to add the breath to it. The breath is very simple. You inhale through your nose, but you exhale through your mouth. So the exhalation will come out like a sigh, or maybe a growl, well, depending how your day's been going. So inhale and okay, try it a few more times. Inhale. And again, inhale. Great. And then just keep going, but we're going to add the arms. So shake the arms to the front. Shake them up. So all three joints are moving, shoulders, elbow, wrist, especially the wrist. Especially the wrist, is we really give them quite big workout these days, working on all our devices. Take the arms to the side, shake them sideways. If you can take them up. And we're going to travel forwards again with the arms, traveled sideways, and take them down. And then just release. Close your eyes, drop into the body. Just take a moment to feel maybe a little bit more warmth, your heart beating, the blood circulating, that feeling of aliveness. See if you can notice that your body is vibrating, alive. Feet are connecting to the ground. Crown of the head lifting upwards. See if you can sense there's a little bit more spaciousness in the body, a little bit more space. Excellent way to release the surface tension. And that's where we want to be in our practice, a place where we can start to let go and release. A lot of this is just about that, just coming to a place where the body harmonizes itself. So let's make a small fist. And we're going to wake up that internal flow of chi a little bit more by gently tapping on the body. Let's start with the breastbone here. Thymus gland, really good for immunity. So it produces the killer cells in the body. So let's tap around, tap up and down. And we're going to open up here under the collarbones. And then let's travel the other way under the collarbones. And tap on the kidneys. Now, kidneys live just on the middle back, just behind the or underneath the ribs, the back ribs. See if you can tap on the kidneys, adrenals, and then we're going to open the palms and travel through the length of the legs. So you're going to take that movement down, bending the legs so you can get down to your feet and coming up through the front of the legs. Growing hips, wrap around to the kidneys again, and let's try this movement just a few more times. Okay, good. And then we're just going to make a soft fist just below the hip bones here, just when the legs join the pelvis, the hips, and see if you can tap here a few times. And then just let go and release. And take a moment to notice and feel again that sense of space. I'm hoping that by now you start to drop a little bit more into sensations in the body. And these are sensations in the present moment. Now, the fear is always projected forward. It's normally something that we drag from the past and project into the future. Now, right now, this moment, everything is absolutely fine. If you're here with me practicing Qigong, life is pretty amazing. See if you can tune into it and just feel this. Feel this. And then we're going to lift both hands up just a little bit away from the body, keeping the shoulders soft. And let's set an intention. Let's set intention for this practice. And I'd like you to connect to your right hand. And that right hand is your past. And then connect to the left hand. And that left hand is your future. And then we're going to very slowly bring those two hands, both hands together to the present moment and bring them to the breastbone. Just take a moment to connect the thumbs to the breastbone, to the heart, keeping your shoulders down. Feel how those two hands are merging into one hand. So the left hand pushes into the right pushes into the left. That pressure is equal, even, and those two hands become that one hand, that present moment. And in that present moment, see if you can just take a moment to set the intention for this practice. And this could be something very simple like, I am well. I think that's at the top of agenda for a lot of people, the moment I am well. And I am peace, I am peaceful. The one that I love particularly is I am love. I'm love. I feel that that's the emotion that really conquers everything. So take a moment just to notice whatever comes to your mind, whatever that intention is, and just see as you set that, see if you can feel it inside your heart, the emotional center. Feel it as if that was delivered to you right now. So see what it feels like to be well right now in your body. What it feels like to be peaceful, to embody peace. And then those two hands, allow to release them slowly. We're going to take them onto the belly, just below the navel. And again, with two hands resting, their knees soft, buttocks relaxed. See if you can Invite the breath again into the belly. From the point of view of physiology, if we're able to create that sense of expansion and contraction in the belly, if the belly is breathing, we are tuning into the parasympathetic mode in our nervous system. We are moving away from fight or flight, and this is where we want to be for a big chunk of our days. We need fight or flight too, of course. It's not like a bad guy. We want this. We want to be awake for crossing a busy road. We want to know that we might need to get out of the way of the moving cars fast. But outside of that, we want to be in the relaxation response. And here, the breath is really our anchor. This is really what gives us access to that state. So, and you can practice this anytime. That's the beauty of it. You can practice it when you are having conversation with someone, sitting on the chair. You can practice it before falling asleep. Excellent time to practice. So feel that breath. Feel how the belly expands and as it contracts. We're going to release the arms. And I want to do just a couple more quick releasing movements before we go into more of a flowing movements that are really the essence of Qigong. So as you inhale, we're going to lift the arms. I'll make a cross here with the wrists. We're going to make a tiger claw here on the hands, and we're going to let go of the arms on the exhale to the side. So when you're ready, inhale up, inhale and lift. Let's go a few more times in your own rhythm. And the last time. Good. And then tune into the body, see how it feels. And inhale the arms up. Again, tiger claws here through the fingers. And we're going to take that movement down. So bend the legs, keep the back straight, and then you exhale. Inhale and lift. And then inhale, bend the legs, back straight. And again, inhale. See if you can embody a tiger. Inhale. And last time, inhale. Good. And then just shake it all out. Shake the legs, shake the arms, shake the whole body. And we're going to flow the arms up, shoulder level, bend the arms, and then exhale and slowly release to the front. So now, see if you can find this movement and you're moving with your breath. Your in-breath is floating the arms up, only shoulder level, that bend the elbows slightly, and then release the arms on the exhale. So here it's like the back of your hands kind of stroking, touching that space in front of you. And then here you just touching with the front of your hand. So let's just stay with this for a while. See if you can find that flow. Now, the whole body is moving here. So there is a little shift in the hips. As the arms come forward, the hips go a little bit back. Now, as I release the hands, the hips come a little forward. So I want to feel that movement moving through my spine as well as my arms with the breath. Now, feel free to move at different speed. Maybe your breath moves differently to mine. So see if you can use your own inhalation, exhalation without any hurry. In and out. Okay, let's take the hands, little round, palms facing one another, and we're going to inhale here. Inhale all the way up to the top chest, Here you're going to revolve the palms, palms face up, and then you reach the arms up, the elbows will bend, and then we're going to turn the palms to face down, and then you exhale and slowly release down. Okay, again, the movement, pretty simple, straightforward. Inhale, turn the palms to face up, reach up, you can look up. And then as you exhale, travel through that space in front. Let's do one more time. There is a nice long inhalation all the way up to the top. And then travel down as you exhale all the way down. Remember, you can do all this movement sitting if you're feeling like you are running out of steam. Okay, let's lift the arms shoulder level. Shoulder level, elbows a little lower than your shoulders, and we're going to glide through the space here. Open up, turn the palms to face upwards, and then exhale here. Nice movement to open the chest, expand the lungs, expand our capacity to breathe, to take in the oxygen. And again, in, expand, and then exhale and release. And again, there is a whole body movement. So as the hands come apart, the weight shifts a little bit to the toes. As the hands go back, the weight shifts a little bit onto the heels. So if I were to show you from the side, there was a movement forward and a little movement backwards here. So my whole body is moving. Inhale. Exhale, as little effort as possible. There is that sense that your hands are just gliding on your breath. On that wave of breath, they float to the side. And last time, inhale. And exhale here. And let's bring the hands to the lungs. Let's bring them to the lungs. See if you can, just for a moment, connect with the lungs. And some of you might be feeling the palms a little warm and tingling. And see if you can invite energy from the palms to permeate into the lungs. So all the organs and organ system, they have corresponding color, and the color for the lungs is white. But really, the healing color that we might want to invoke is the violet light, like an ultraviolet light. So if that works for you, and some people are very good at visualizing and love that, the working with the color, see if you can sense how you can permeate your lungs with that violet, ultraviolet color. Sense into it, and then exhale and release. And let's do one more movement for the lungs. So we're going to make a soft fist. We're going to tap just below the collarbones here. And as you release the arms, you exhale. And then you inhale. So it goes like this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So legs bend. In. In. And tap. 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 Last time. up. And again, just move your hands a little way and then feel into the lungs. Again, it might feel a little warm, tingling, spacious, awake. Into the lungs. Again, if you like, create a violet light in the lungs. Remembering the lungs are a very big organ. You take most of your chest, they pick up from the collarbones a few inches up, go to the front, to the back, to the side. And then we slowly exhale and release. And that same color, that same violet light, we're going to pour it through our body now. This is your exhalation. So inhale, lift, expand, open, and then exhale slowly down. Connecting to the breath. Again, the arms just float up on the wave of the breath. There's no effort, very little effort. They don't have to come all the way as high if it's a challenge for your upper body, it's fine. All that movement can be modified. And then see if you can bring that intention back. And as you move and pull that energy down from the sky up through the whole body. See if you can fill it up with your intention for this practice, whatever that intention was. Use the breath. Allow the arms to move with no effort. Expand. If you like, feel the body and fill the body with the violet light as the hands travel down. A couple more times. Now this time, just as the arms reach up at the top, you bring the palms to face down. And as you move, see if you can gently shift the hips left to right, left to right. So as if to help for this energy to travel, to move through the whole body. And again, last time, inhale and rest. Lift up. Turn the palms to face down and slowly, gently shift side to side, left to right. And I'm going to come back to the breath in the belly, to anchor the breath there, to invite the energy to release, to permeate the belly. Keep the knees soft, shoulders down, and see if you can sense the breath. And this is really one of the most effective technologies we have in our bodies. But because it's just, just at the end of our nose, we often don't notice that the breath is so powerful. So connect to a very easy, relaxed breath, nourishing breath, inviting the belly to breathe. Don't try to do anything. We can't really make ourselves relax, but we can release into that space. It's sort of like an invitation. It's like opening the door. Just feel your feet connecting to the earth. Even though I imagine most of you are not standing right on the earth, but there is an earth underneath by floor. We want to be like strong trees, dropping roots into the earth, all the way down to the center of the earth. Our trees are incredible teachers. And especially when times are a bit stormy and difficult, we really want to draw from that energy, that sense of stability being grounded through our roots. See if you can feel into that. If you have a tree, a favorite tree, it's wonderful if you can get out, spend time with that tree, and really sense how we can draw on that energy of stability and being grounded. And building strong foundations really, really important. If you have a practice already, that's great. If you don't have a practice, it's the perfect time to start one.